How slowly walks.
He's just like, I'm like that.
The matchup between you and Emoni, did you take it personal when he got out to such a fast start?
I mean, it was always personal, even before the game. But, man, Emoni's a great player. He's definitely a lottery pick, number one pick, whatever you want to call it. But I got a lot of respect for him.
So you guys, we got to talk about this. Now, we all know just recently, Lake Norman went up against YPSI Prep and they managed to get the dub. Honestly, it was a really exciting game. I enjoyed it a lot. Mikey Williams, he went off. He dropped like 19 points and Emoni dropped around like 20 points. So they both was doing their thing, and they also decided to settle their differences on and off the court and just end the entire beef. So this video, I just want to talk about this situation and just give you guys my opinion on Mikey Williams and Emoni Bates. Before I start this video, make sure you guys go follow me on Instagram at _the_only_Wallace, and also go subscribe to my second channel called TK Wallace Vlogs. Now let's get to the video. So first thing first, let's just do a little rundown on their previous game. Now the first thing that I realized is that Mikey Williams and Emoni was very excited to play this game, because you can just tell off their energy during pregame and just the warm-ups. They was dunking the ball. You can see a big smile on Mikey Williams' face. He was just so excited, man. And Emoni Bates, he came into the gym just hopping around. You can just tell he was so ready to play. And once the game did start, I know a lot of people had questions about it. They was like, oh, why is Emoni Bates not starting and stuff? Well, the reason on why Emoni Bates did not start is because he had a facial injury that happened last month in Ohio when they played against, hold on, let me find the team, Elevation Prep. So basically he had a facial injury and he had to miss his previous 2 games. So now that they played against Lake Norman, he just had to come off the bench because I guess he wanted to. So at the end of the day, it's not a serious injury because he came into the game torching stuff. This man literally, he checked into the game at 4 minutes and 10 seconds left, right? Okay, so he got the ball. His first shot was like a contested mid-range shot. You already know you can't guard him because he's about 6'8", 6'9". He got a really long wingspan, so just like Emoni Bates, it's really hard to guard him. This guy is literally like KD. Like, come on now. But he made that shot, right? Then right after that, he came back down the court and shot a 3 and made that 3. Then after that, he made another 3. So he scored 6, 7, 8 points in like 2 or 1 minute and 30 seconds. Like, this man literally came into the game torching stuff. And I know Mikey was like, whoa, because Mikey, he did start and he missed like his first 2 or 3 shots. So Emoni Bates, I think he wanted to come off the bench just to show everybody, like, look, I'm here. I'm the best player on this court. Honestly, that game was very exciting because both teams were doing their thing, and that's why it was so competitive. It's not like Mikey and Emoni are the only scorers for their teams. Both of their teams have really good players, and just like everybody know their roles. So that's why the game was so competitive. And for Mikey Williams, he even said during the interview after the game that Trey Green was the one that helped him out, because basically Trey takes a lot of pressure off of Mikey when he's playing with Lake Norman. And it's easier for him to just maneuver himself around the court and just get to his right spots. And that's why you will see Mikey Williams catching lobs and stuff, because he know Trey Green will always find him. And that's why Mikey really liked playing with Trey Green, because Trey Green is just a really good point guard, you guys. He's really underrated. But for Emoni Bates, I feel like Emoni, he really just like to be more ISO scoring, because when he gets the ball, he's always looking to just, get everybody out the way, ISO ball, let me score, and let me just do what I gotta do. You know what I mean? So that's like the only difference between Emoni and Mikey when it comes to their team that they're playing for. I just feel like Mikey got more pieces around him to actually just win more games and just have a more dominant team. And I feel like Emoni Bates is just like more on his own, if that makes sense. Not saying that he don't got scores around him and stuff, but I definitely want you guys to tell me how y'all feel about that, because I feel like Lake Norman has really good pieces and their team is really dominant. Like, for real, they probably one of the best high school teams in the country right now, in my opinion. Now let's just talk about this beef situation. So like I said earlier in the video, Mikey Williams has finally decided to end this beef. He tweeted out on Twitter a few hours ago. He said, "Got respect for you, my boy, 100 emoji, at Bates Emoni." Rooting for you, bro. You got it for real. Seeing greatness on the other side of the court. 2 is fire with the fire emoji. Keep working, gang. 1 love with the green heart. Then Emoni Bates responded back on Twitter and he said love blood with the 100 emoji. Then Mikey Williams, he decided to post it on his Instagram as well. So he posted the same thing on Instagram, then tagged Emoni Bates. He put the little, you know, the greeting emoji. Then Emoni Bates, he reposted it on his story on Instagram and said, all love, fo, keep going, 100, 100 for real. So as you can see, they decided to end their beef. Even though they still not following each other on Instagram or Twitter, because I looked and checked to see if they are. They're not, but they did end their beef. If you guys did not see my previous video when I was talking about their beef, make sure you guys go check it out. I made it back in August. I will put the link in the description box below. So if you guys do not know how this beef even started, basically it kind of started with Mikey Williams, just because we all know how big-headed Mikey Williams is. Honestly, he is now starting to calm down a little more and just be more humble, just because he's starting to experience more things, such as his ranking going down. It currently has dropped to 5th. So Mikey Williams used to be ranked 3rd. No, actually, let's just rewind back to Mikey Williams' 8th grade year. So Mikey Williams was the #1 player in his class from 8th grade to like the half of his freshman year in high school, right? Then that's when it has deranked to 3rd at the end of his freshman year, and now his sophomore year he's ranked 5th. So basically, when he was ranked #1, he used to always say, I'm the best player in high school and all that. And Emoni Bates didn't really like it, because Emoni always been ranked #1 in his class, and Emoni always was like the back burner, because everybody always paid attention to Mikey Williams, but they never really gave Emoni the attention that he really deserved. Just think about it. There's a reason why Mikey got almost 3 million followers on Instagram, and Emoni is only sitting here with 300K. You know what I mean? Everybody pays attention to Mikey, and Mikey always just had a higher advantage and just more benefits, because he played AAU with Bronny and North Coast Blue Chips, being coached by LeBron, and him just going viral off of the dunks he do and stuff like that. Mikey just always had social media under him. And Emoni just didn't like that, because he felt like everybody was just riding Mikey. So I feel like Emoni never really even had anything personal against Mikey. It was just the fans. The fans made it personal, because they was trying to downplay Emoni like he's not the best player in his class and stuff, you know, because of Mikey. For example, on my previous video when I was talking about Mikey, Emoni, and Dior Johnson beef, throughout that video when I was talking about Mikey and Emoni beefing, basically someone went on Emoni Bates' Instagram live, right? And they were saying that Mikey would like drop 50 points on him if they played against each other. And remind you guys, this was before we even found out that Mikey and Emoni was going to play. So as you can see, Emoni, he was not having that. Anybody wouldn't have that. If you're a hooper yourself and some other little fan comes in your Instagram live, start talking about a completely different player that's younger than you and not even #1 in his class, just imagine how you feel. Because Emoni is #1 in his class. He has already committed to Michigan State, you know what I mean? So all he gotta do is just hoop for the rest of his high school career. And people was trying to downplay him like he's not #1, and they trying to say Mikey is better than him. So he was just telling people, get Mikey's D out your mouth and all that. He just wasn't having it because of Mikey Williams fans. So honestly, I don't think it ever was even personal between Mikey and Emoni. I just think Emoni was just tired of Mikey Williams fan base. And we all know Mikey's fan base really is toxic, because yo, there's a reason why Mikey be deactivating his Instagram himself. You know what I mean? He be tweeting out talking about his fans and people hating on him, being the most hated. Even when you look on his Instagram right now, he's talking about being the most hated, because people really do be hating on him but be trying to support him at the same time. Like, it's really crazy. But for Dior Johnson, I don't know about him, because we all know Dior, he just be in his own world. This dude just be doing him. But we're going to talk about that. So honestly, in my opinion, I don't think Mikey and Emoni had a really personal beef. It was just really a social media beef. But hey, as you can see, they have finally decided to just end that. Mikey has said he respects Emoni. He said it during an interview, and he also has publicly announced it on Twitter and Instagram, and Emoni has reposted it. So that is good. There's no bad blood. Hopefully they will follow each other eventually, but if they don't, it don't really matter. I want you guys to leave your comments and opinions below on how y'all feel about this. I thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you like, subscribe, make sure you press the notification button. TK Gang, we out.